it comes into that instantaneous nature, right? Of when you see something on social media, you're like, I want that. It's just training ourselves that it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And maybe that's something that you might be able to elaborate on with these startups. You have to kind of begin with the end in mind. And I know I've heard in this startup world or in the entrepreneurial community about the idea of a successful exit, but connect the dots there between like the process, the effort that goes into it, and then what makes it a successful exit.
The first and the most critical thing to realize are the things that we see as these unicorn type companies that, are portrayed as overnight success.
Amazon, Facebook, Google.
Yeah, but all that is bullshit, right? And what we know is what it is today, right? And if you watch any interview of, Bezos or Musk or Gates or Jobs, I mean, you go down the list, like these are like key success stories in our generation, but all we filter in is what they have today, right? And we don't really look at what they had to go through to get to where they are today. We as a society, we filter kind of all the stuff we don't want to think about or hear about, and we focus on, the things that are like, wow, like that's the American dream, right? So I think like the first part of the question is like, what are like the true expectations of a startup? Minimum 7 to 10 year commitment. That's usually, and the best baseline to look at, is private equity companies. So private equity guys they're like operational ninjas, right? They go into companies that are already pre-existing. They infuse capital, they infuse their operational expertise, and their whole objective is to take something that they believe is being mismanaged and undercapitalized and kind of right the ship and ultimately sell at 5, 6, 7, 8x of what they purchased it for. So even when you're dealing in this spectrum of like the smartest, most like I guess seasoned businessmen, when they go in to buy already existing companies to get it to a point of where they believe it should be, their general exit time frame is 5 to 7 years, right? And these are like the best of the best type people.